Get ready to experience automotive excellence like never before. In our latest video, 2025 Porsche Taycan Turbo GT goes to extremes. We're diving into the world of high-performance electric cars like never before. Buckle up for an exhilarating ride as we push the limits of speed, technology, and innovation with the Porsche Taycan Turbo GT. But wait, there's more. By subscribing to our channel and hitting that like button, you're not just gaining access to this incredible content, you're also helping us bring even more high-quality videos to you in the future. Join our community of car enthusiasts, and let's take this journey together. The new top dog 1092 HP Taycan, with its available WISAC package, ditches the rear seat in an attempt to outrun the Tesla Model S Plaid and the Lucid Air Sapphire. For Porsche, the Taycan Turbo GT's 1092 horsepower was just the starting point in the quest for EV supremacy. The four-door sedan ditches its rear seat, swapping in a carbon fiber storage bin, saving 49 pounds. It removes the driver's side charge port door and associated wiring to save weight, even at the expense of an entirely new fender stamping. It also uses thinner windshield glass, ditches the rear speakers, and tosses the floor mats. We can't help but respect Porsche's all-in commitment on its new top dog in the Taycan lineup. Granted, the most extreme measures come only if you select the WISAC package, which, in addition to the weight-saving measures, brings a large fixed wing in the back, along with front and rear splitters and underbody changes that help create to 175 pounds of front and 310 pounds of rear downforce. WISAC package cars also get gummy Pirelli P0 Trofeo RS Elect track-oriented tires as standard, whereas they're optional on the more feature-laden standard Turbo GT. All Turbo GTs have forged 21-inch wheels. We drove Europe-spec cars, which also get fixed-back carbon fiber buckets, but those don't meet U.S. unbelted occupant crash requirements. Absurd U.S. regulations strike again. Overall, the Turbo GT with WISAC is a claimed 165 pounds lighter than a regular Turbo GT and 157 pounds lighter than a Turbo S. Here's your regular reminder that tires make all the difference. And at our drive on the 2.4-mile Monte Blanco circuit outside Seville, Spain, the Trofeo RS Elects completely transformed the Turbo GT. There's so much more front grip than with the standard Pirelli P0R rubber, which is to be expected, but the tires also totally change the balance of the car. With the P0Rs, we were a little underwhelmed by the tame, mild understeer balance at the limit. But the Trofeo RSs, which have many Taycan-specific differences in the angles of the belts and plies, according to Pirelli, as well as the compound versus the off-the-shelf version, or the ones fitted to the Ford Mustang Dark Horse, work the rear end much harder. It's also far easier to get the rear end to waggle, but it still doesn't bite. Even in Sport Plus mode, the steering effort is relatively light, but the pavement texture flows far more freely to one's fingers than in most EVs. The active dampers that are also available across the rest of the updated 2025 Taycan lineup, called Porsche Active Ride, are standard on the Turbo GT. Even at racetrack speeds, they make for oh-so-flat cornering and the ability to more completely leverage the tire's grip. We found the brake pedal to have a slight dead zone at the top of its travel, but then the large fixed calipers and carbon ceramic rotors, Porsche trimmed almost 5 pounds from the brake hardware as well, shed speed of the roughly 49 50-pound Taycan seriously quickly. The Turbo GT retains a 2-motor powertrain, but a 900-amp rear inverter, what converts the battery's DC energy to AC for the rear motor, replaces a 600-amp unit from the Taycan Turbo S and is the key element in the massive power boost. The higher flow inverter eats into some trunk space, not that buyers of a 2-seat sedan will likely mind. Peak output can briefly kiss 1092 horsepower for 2 seconds, with 1019 horses available for 10-second bursts. The Turbo S has a 938 HP peak. Adding some grams to the Turbo GT are steering wheel mounted paddles that are unique in the Taycan lineup. These were the idea of development driver Lars Kern, making it easier to actuate the boost mode than using the button at the center of the mode control knob, which is how it's done on lesser Taycans. The button remains, but the right paddle is easier to grab when doing serious wheel work, and Kern did so 9 times during the Laguna Seca lap and 20 during the ring lap to add a 160 HP hit for 10 seconds at a time. Porsche didn't want to do a mono paddle like GM has done on its EVs to control additional regenerative braking, so the left paddle switches between the Taycan's 2 regen settings. Thanks for being part of Carverse, where every drive is an adventure. Don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button.